Are these doctors that are here?
Some are nurse practitioners.
Yeah.
It's just a little disheartening that it's like clear that there's someone having a situation going on, and then it's like, who's talking to him?
I think they're just trying to de-escalate him.
I know they, but I'm just saying, like, is there someone like from the VA that helped?
Yeah, they're all big VA.
They aren't all VA. It's one person from St. Joseph who I know, and Billy's next to him, and then there's 4 people behind him. I know, but do you see them talking to him at all?
It's a de-escalation thing. You don't want to do too many people talking.
And those people know who he is?
I'm trying to talk to him too.
I see you too, but to be honest, you're the only one I've ever seen consistently out here that actually looks like they care about anyone personally. But in terms of everyone else here, I find that actually their communication with them is cold, disheartening, disingenuous. And it's so bad that when I say, how are you? They think I'm someone who works for the VA that's gonna just say something to them that's probably not true or not come back. That's the reality. It's, huh?
Okay, I'm not.
Well, as someone who works for the VA, you should care, no? You say, all right, like you have nothing to do with this.
Most days, I'm out here most days.
And you think you're helping these people?
I don't know.
How long have you been working for the VA?
21 years.
21 years? You should be ashamed of yourself that this has been allowed to continue with you working in a place for 20 years. Seriously.
I've been here 20 years. I've been.
You said you worked for the VA for 20 years?
Yeah, but not this VA. Nobody can say a fucking word. No. That's embarrassing. That's goddamn embarrassing. You look like somebody something like and all that. You look like but nobody's saying anything. Y'all might shoot me then. Y'all gonna say nothing. Y'all ready to fucking get ass. Let's go. Finish me. Finish me.
What's the point of all the officers just standing around staring at him? Sir? What's the point of the officers standing around staring at him?
Right now, so we want to make sure.
But it's not helping them.
Okay.
And
That's why we're backing up.
But it's like, these guys haven't done anything all day. There's dozens of officers who've literally just stood here looking like you're going to war all day and haven't even picked up a box to help anyone. Maybe they could all move. It's like, it is ridiculous, bro. Seriously. So tell them to move. Do something. You're just staring at something.
You're here to help me do something.
I would tell them to move.
You do something. You pick up some boxes.
I've been, buddy.
Do it again.
Keep your hand in your pocket and do nothing. Clown. How do you feel today?
I mean, not cool.
Not cool?
It's not cool. I mean, I don't know anything, but hey, you know, I don't know.
It's
I lived over there
emotional.
for hours, you know, and
I know, bro. This is people's shit, man. Look how you... Someone who's tired
of the fire thing, and then what are you gonna do? You know, everything's cool. I don't know. But if you want to play with the last time, okay, play ball. I play hard.
It hurt.
And I take it personal.
I know.
The more you go, the more you got. Okay. Retaliation. Well.
As you can see, this is what our taxpayers are at work. This sheriff has a gun on his left leg. He has 2 different cartridges of bullets. He has a camera.
A knife?
He has a taser. All of this.
No identification.
Yeah.
No identification.
And he has a camera. And this is supposed to be the person that's our taxpayer. And no back. And no manners. Because of course they can't comply and follow the law because they're above the law. And this is the Canon CPB hosting. I don't mind you.
He don't know what to do with 2 of us.
Exactly.
He's kind of confused.
Yeah, well, you get another one, now you're on that one. So we'll basically get him on both ends.
You feel stupid now. Is your body cam on?
Yo, he's got body cam. You should turn that one on too.
Turn that light on.
Who's part of that?
You guys just want to move back just so you guys don't get hurt. I'm here for the same reason you are, is to help veterans, my brothers.
You're here because you have a job.
Right. Actually,
I just
you're
need you to
in
move
for
back
this
for now
eviction,
because
right?
I need you to
if
move
were-
back
I
because
mean,
the machinery is going to come in here.
I don't think we're here for the same reason.
Okay.
I'm a veteran's
I'm here-
daughter. I'm not. We're
I'm
not
here to
on
help
the
a veteran,
Right. We're not on the
and
same page.
if you move back, you'll be helping me help them.
You're here because you're told to be here, though.
Just move back,
right?
please.
You're paid to be here. She's not paid to be here.
Yeah,
She's
if you guys
paid
have any
because
more
she cares.
questions, you can ask Lieutenant Diedrich or Lieutenant Kitchen.
We're honorable veterans, for God's sake. We served this country, and we did it proud. No man left behind.
So you
That's
seem
the motto.
you seem happy to see this encampment done.
Well, I don't like the way it's done. I think it should be done a little slower. I think that we should have had counselors down here, mental health, and talked to these people and done it 110 at a time. You know, I think we should have done it a little different than a massive damn cleanup where all this property's left. We could have had people come out here. We could have had yard sales or something, give money to the children. Who knows what we could have done, you know? But what's done is done, and we're at the end now. Let's protect
you,
the next
Douglas.
guys here.
Thank
Make
you for
sure
your
they're all
time.
right. Thank you, sir.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
And we're talking about $3 trillion at least.
That's what it's
Where
worth.
the hell's the money? That's what I want to know.
We want transparency and accountability. That's what I look forward to.
Well, let's put on all our flashlights and lights. Let's light things up a little bit.
The truth is going to come out. This
Sure
is
it's
our
gonna
land.
come out.
Nobody else's land.
That's right. The light of the world's
Remember
come
that.
back.
We want our land
The light
back.
on this stuff right here.
Yes.
Are you worried that these tents are just going to come back, but then the nearest sheriff station's in West Hollywood, so who's going to police it, or you believe this is fixed?
Well, the sheriff always has jurisdiction over county property, and they come out here twice a day. I'm sure that they'll be on top of making sure that it stays a nice, clean public space for everybody.
And was it hard for you to see people that serve this country living on the streets, as you said, dying, right outside a place that's designed to help them?
Yes, because we have wanted the VA to expedite their master plan for more than 2,000 units of housing. It is way behind schedule. The veterans should be in buildings right now, but they have been very, very slow to get it done.
Lastly, what does this mean for Brentwood to not have an encampment out on the street?
Well, hopefully it'll mean a safer, cleaner environment for everyone.
Thank you.
Yo, would you want to help? So someone's being bothered by someone in this area. I asked if you would come here. Well, why don't you come here and talk to the person being bothered? I'm not here to be their... Dude, why don't you just come here and help someone? There's someone bothering someone with a dog right here. If you could just come... She's asking, like, what are they here for? When the woman is asking for their help, this idiot just stands here. They've done fucking nothing, man. They're real fucking funny.
What is AFPB stand for?
Always for the people.
Always for the people.
Word, man. Can we get some of them shirts?
Should be going into housing, not tents on the other side of the fence, but just thankful that they're off a busy street where they're not going to be hit by cars.
So, if I hear you correctly, is this the final destination for these folks?
No, permanent housing is the final destination for us.
Any idea as to, how that is moving along, or what the projected temporary stay is going to be here on the campus?
No, it's kind of dependent on each individual person where we can get them placed. A lot of the issues are is the veterans want to be next to the VA where they get their services. It's hard to find permanent housing for them right here. A lot of the landlords don't really take the HUD bash vouchers, so it's definitely a struggle to kind of get them placed around the VA.
In terms of being able to get the services that they've earned over the last year, what has been some of the hurdles that they've had to overcome?
To get the services that they've had last year?
During the pandemic.
The lockdowns. So lockdowns were a huge one. Anytime we had like an outbreak or anything in one of the VA programs, they would stop admissions, and if they're kind of at a standstill out here trying to figure out where we're going to send people and get inside. And again, just the lack of consistent same-day services. When a veteran shows up, they should get a bed and a place to stay immediately. No questions asked. They should just get a spot.
I know you talked to me about this yesterday, but please indulge me if you don't mind. What happens to someone when they are in need? They show up to the VA and those needs are not tended to immediately, and they're asked to come back tomorrow or next week or next month.
Return your Robbie Ronald.
What happens?
It immediately severs the trust right then and there. They show up, they try to get help, and they're told to come back. And it also, it really affects them negatively with their mental health. It's just, it's wrong all the way around. They need to be able to get the services the day they request it. The VA needs to get better about having that available for them.
And how long have you been down here before today?
For this project?
Yeah.
We began in like mid to late August.
And tell me kind of what your team does and what you guys are
So
doing.
the host team is a co-response. It's a co-response homeless outreach team, and so that co-response is LA County Sheriff deputies, along with outreach workers from the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, as one team. So we're not separate. It is one entity. Host. What we do is we provide safety and security, and kind of our methodology resonates with Maslow's, and I talk about this. When you have safety and security, then people can start to thrive, be it whatever that thriving is, education, relationships, help, right? Someone suffering from substance abuse addiction. Hold on. Someone suffering from substance abuse addiction, connecting them. So the host mentality, there's a lot of specialized training that goes into it. And it's called crisis intervention. It's a special program that the Sheriff's Department psychologists put together. So it's crisis intervention. It's a higher level of de-escalation where it looks at the comprehensive way of field dynamics and de-escalation. And the deputies are all highly trained in that. We work closely with our MET units. And so it's a different deputy. It's training that I didn't get. I didn't have this when I was a brand new deputy on the street. Here, the host deputies are also veterans. And so I'm the only one that's not a vet. And so they're able to connect with guys. They've walked the walk, right? And they understand the journey that they've had.
The question that I asked the sheriff is, what can you do to make sure that the encampments don't pop up everywhere or come
So it's
back
a maintenance
here?
effort.
But you're going to come from the West Hollywood Sheriff Station?
Well, so there's a combination of that. So host deputies or West Hollywood Station, you have to have a maintenance effort and working with the VA police and the security. So one of the things working with the advocates out here was they wanted to improve the way that their interactions were inside. And so we're doing a training. It hasn't been scheduled yet. We're doing that host crisis intervention training with them.
Could I cover that?
Sure you can.
I would love to.
Because it's a positive.
Yeah.
It was something that we were very blessed to have gotten from our psychologist.
Yeah.
And that training is probably going to be featured worldwide. It's called ROAR.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
So your deputies, host team members will come by and they will...
I don't like the words come by. So what they do is they engage.
Engage, yeah.
So using the host model, they find out someone's story.
Yeah.
It's rapport building. And you can only build it by repeated engagement because you build trust.
But what I keep hearing about homelessness from everyone is you're just rearranging the deck chairs on the
So
Titanic.
that's the wrong way to do it. That's why you look around, you see what you see. Here, this shows you how the collaborative model can work. One, it was all the stakeholders, including the VA. The sheriff met with the staff here.
Yeah.
He's been here multiple times. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
And he talked about simple strategies they could do that would help them transition from here to there and then get further help.
Yeah.
And so everybody here got that type of placement. So there's nobody that's just going in there and then, okay, you're done.
But how long are they going to be in there for?
As long as they need to be, until they finish what they're doing.
This is not permanent.
But each person there has the ability to go to certain programs inside.
So this is like a stepping stone, basically?
Yeah.
It's not...
Incremental change. So
But would you be concerned if this grew and took over all the grass here and it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people?
Well, I'm concerned if there's one person homeless. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
But I would say that's where the VA can implement their policies, because the VA secretary just came out and said he wanted to house an additional 500. So hopefully within their organization, they do that. So I don't touch that stuff.
You're moving them from here to there, and then the VA.
Well, and also
hopefully
there's
take
additional
over.
placements too. Some went to the motels, some went to the shared housing, some went to psychological help. So I don't know how many went to substance abuse places.
But you haven't had anybody that has refused service.
No.
Like nobody.
No. And that's part of the host model, and that training that we have is recognizing windows of opportunity. Like Jason Schneidman from the Men's Groomer, like that guy is one of the most amazing men I've ever met. He was a homeless addict in Venice years ago. Well, he got help, and now he's the celebrity barber. And so he came and did haircuts and shaves. And one of the men, after he was done, he said, I'm coming in. Like, he connected with him. And he talks because he's had that journey. Now, I haven't had that journey, but what I do know is there's a moment in time when someone's willing to receive help. You just got to be smart enough to see it. And if the door's shut, okay, see him tomorrow. Don't push him. And so I don't believe in this push-pull, because that's a recipe for disaster. You need to have concrete placements, and that's where our outreach providers have been amazing. Because we work with Supervisor Kuehl's office, the CEO Homeless Initiative's office, LASA, PATH, St. Joe's, DMH, Step Up on Second's been out here, Rob, some of the advocates. So this brought us all into the same place.
How many members of the host team are there?
Well, there's 4 funded for the entire county, 4 deputy sheriffs, but the sheriff has placed an additional 22 out of budget on the team because of the significance of the crisis we're in.
Placed 22.
So we have a total of 26, but only 4 are funded.
I mean, lastly, like, it seems like people should see this. And
so here's what I'll ask you.
It was here and it's not
so
here.
And even him, he's been here and there.
I've been here for over a year and a half or 2 years.
But no, you weren't. So you weren't here when we were here in the beginning, but we're not here to fight about it. Put it down for a sec.
Don't touch me.
Then don't get so close to me.
Do not touch me.
Does this feel strenuous or tenuous? It doesn't.
Of course it does. We just watched someone have a mental breakdown.
Yeah, because another guy across the street caused it, and you're here to put your camera in his face.
Of course
if you cared, you wouldn't do what you do, because you're the least transparent guy.
Excuse me?
You know that.
What?
So he comes to stir it up, and so the connections that are made are real. Help get people help.
No, I've documented them. I've documented homeless veterans be put in cars, taken to places, and show up back here with nowhere to go. That's what I've documented.
When will you open up San Vicente?
I don't know. So Public Works, I'm not seeing a lot of damage. I told you I'll talk with you. Just chill. I don't see a lot of damage. They were gonna look, but we didn't know out there. There's burn marks down. See, the Public Works has to sanitize it and then kind of assess it, because it's been covered for almost a year and a half. I don't think it's maybe a day or 2.
Okay.
Because if it's open, it's open. But I don't think anybody was jackhammering concrete and all that. But there's probably some places. So Public Works will clean it, sanitize it, and then.
I'm good. I'll grab you a little bit. Okay. Lieutenant, thank you so much.
No, you're welcome.